Chris Brown is suing? Yo, right here. Yo, right here in the small box. Right here in the small box. Welcome back to Single Seater Reactions only on the Flex My Network. I'm the original anomaly. Welcome back to the channel. Chris Brown is suing? Defamation? Brother, you gotta be careful, my boy. Look, I am a fan of your music, but the past that you have paved for yourself. You know how women online are going to get. They can't let this one go. So when they see you sue for defamation, they're automatically going to think about what you did to Rihanna. And they're going to tell you why you should not receive $500 million? Lord have mercy. $500 million is insane, bro. And I did read the little statement that they put out. First, I want to speak to the end of it because he said, at the bottom of this, he's talking about, through this legal action, Mr. Brown seeks accountability and aims to stand against the exploitation of misinformation for personal gain. Additionally, a portion of the $500 million will be donated to survivors of sexual abuse. His 2017 documentary, Chris Brown, Welcome to My Life, remains the definitive account of experiences and growth. Hey, bruh. But going through the bigger chunk of this, it's more towards the documentary that they try to put out ahead of him going to South Africa and Brazil. It clearly didn't work. They put out the documentary to kind of put some nastiness and some slight on his name. So when I see him do this now, I'm like, okay, we're taking it seriously. But however, everything is going to be in question. Everything. Because you got to remember, the angles that they can take for this is simply, we understand what you want to do here, what you're trying to achieve here today. But let's dive into your past and some of the individuals that you have harmed. Rihanna, they can already touch on easy. They can easily bring up the pictures that they took of her when she was like blue and purple. But then they can look at the whole Karuchi case. And that's a whole other case in itself. Now, I did hear one of the women that was on the documentary was already pretty much telling lies, because the year before, Chris Brown already confirmed that she's lying with text messages that he saved on his phone. So her integrity is in question. But I want to see what Wayno talks about with this. But before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know what you think about the video. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about the reaction. And with that being said, let's just dive into it. All right, let's go. Talk to me, Wayno. I want to hear your thoughts on this. I'm curious. You're the first man to talk about this, bro. So might as well get your little thoughts and all that, you know? So let's go. Talk to me.
What's poppin', y'all? And
what's good, brother?
Doing myself. So, first off, I'd like to apologize. I've been missing for a few days, but between Friday to Monday, I've had a lot of stuff going on. I went to Philly, for the weekend, and I got a chance to get up with some good people. Specifically my guy, Beanie Siegel. Shouts out to Mac, he's working on a lot of stuff. I know a lot of people have been talking about. You know what I mean? With
the AI?
AI, him using AI to help his voice, which I'm very happy that he's going to do that because he got some music coming for y'all. He got a lot of great ideas and a lot of great things that he wants to do with, rebranding himself. So salute to my brother Beans. Hopefully, we're going to be doing some work together in the future. But I did take some time to get things into perspective. And today, we talking about Chris Brown. So, Chris Brown is suing, Warner Brothers Discovery, for this documentary, Chris Brown, A History of Violence, right? So, Chris Brown is suing regarding this.
And I see some people out there talking about, yo, y'all better have the same energy for Chris Brown that y'all had for Drake. Why? Chris Brown won his rap battle, and he's a singer. What are you talking about? Yo, you Drake stans, bro. Y'all head is amazing. Pause. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, pause on the beat. But y'all, the way y'all think and process things is incredible.
Documentary, because he says, the whole project is full of straight up lies. You know what I mean? It says not only, and this is reported by TMZ, Not only does Brown state that Jane Doe at the center of the docuseries has been repeatedly discredited, but he highlights he has never been found guilty of any sexual related crime, slamming the docuseries for labeling him a serial apist and sexual abuser, right? He claims they based the docuseries largely on a lawsuit Jane Doe brought against him, adding later she withdrew the suit because it was full of lies, right? The singer claims he's taken accountability for his past mistakes, including the physical assault on ex-girlfriend Rihanna, and has grown from them, and slams a history of violence producers for pushing an old narrative in the name of fame and fortune. So, we're going to talk about a few things regarding not only Chris Brown, but the lawsuit, because you got to talk about the obvious. Well, why he can sue her, he can't sue her. Whatever. But when it comes to Chris Brown, one thing I will say is that, like, I don't know, I said this a while ago. There's no redemption. Like, it seems like there's no redemption for niggas, yo. Like,
nope.
You should just know better if you a nigga. Like, you know what I mean? There's no redemption. I mean, has Chris Brown made a lot of mistakes in his life? Yeah, but who hasn't, right? Has Chris Brown grown from these mistakes? He said he has. Has he said that he's grown and made a mistake after that? Yes, he has, like a lot of other people have. And I just think that, like, we have all of this empathy for people who grow up in the industry, right? Like, when you see young children actors and they start telling you about the traumas that they faced by being in an industry that didn't love them, that took advantage of them, that everybody was just trying to capitalize off of them and make money off of them, and they've been stolen from and all these different things. I think it always flies out the window when it comes to Chris Brown. And I want to know why is that, right? I want to know why is that. Now, again, I mean...
Because you need to understand, and I can kind of, like, stand in for the women here. There's no forgiving what you did to Rihanna. This is from the other side that will never give Chris Brown grace ever. For what you did to Rihanna and the things that you were doing to Karrueche in terms of, like, harassment and all that. There's no coming back from that, bro. There's no coming back from that. Now, from our perspective as dudes, as men, we understand that you're going to make mistakes in life. For men, I'm going to make it clear for men. Because for women, it's different. For women, it's more on a feeling. And anytime they remember the picture of Rihanna when she was bruised, they can't get that out their heads. So for the women, it will never be forgivable. Are there some female fans out there for Chris Brown? Yes. They look past it. But for the women that are online, they could never forgive it. But now for the men, I want to speak strictly for the men so I don't confuse y'all. We've been taught in life, if you're going, like, you're going to make mistakes, not ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to make mistakes in life. The one thing you're supposed to do as a man, as an individual, as a human being that lives on this earth, is to learn from your mistakes. You know? Has he, yeah, like he said, Wayno said that he learned from his mistakes, but something else happened. You learn from that. To how he moves today, Chris Brown, how he moves today, currently. He's learned from his mistakes. Which is why I believe he's ready to go through with this defamation case. And you got to remember at the same time, for the women out there, please, 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 if you can't understand this one, it's not for you. This is more speaking towards the business of this. Every time Chris Brown had something major coming out, there's always been some news that comes out that puts a negative light on him to try and hinder his sales, to try to disrupt what he has planned in terms of his business and the things that he has going on for him in the future, i.e. his vape, his weed, his slippers, clothing. Like, he's branching out. He's becoming a businessman before our eyes, and he's still doing what he loves on stage. He's going to give y'all the show, but behind the scenes, he's working hard. What people need to understand is, And this has been happening over the years. Probably the best example is for the Breezy album. Because when that album came out, it was shadow banned. Nobody could find the album. Even when you try to go on Instagram and search certain Chris Brown songs, majority of his songs is not even there. A lot of times when you put in the title of the song, it takes you right to the person that made the song. You put in the title for any of Chris Brown's songs, a lot of the times it doesn't show up. You know, you put in Chris Brown songs, like his most popular songs, a lot of them are not on Instagram, Twitter, any of those places where you can upload a story and have music behind it. Facebook too. So it's gotten to a point where it's like we clearly see the play. We clearly see what you're trying to do. But even after doing all this, it doesn't work because his fans are loyal. His Breezy fans are absolutely loyal. Look at when he got the tour ready for Johannesburg and Brazil. That's when the documentary, the recent one, came out about Chris Brown and how he got the victims together and all that. But it didn't work. But because of that documentary, it started a protest in South Africa where individuals were putting out a petition to try and stop him from performing in Johannesburg. What these people didn't realize is that he was bringing in a desert storm of individuals to pull up to this stadium. Sold out the stadium 2 days straight and boosted the economy in Johannesburg because of his presence, because of how much people loved him and how he never really went to South Africa to perform. It gave the city money. The city got blessed out of this. So, like I said, the business side is not for the women unless you can understand. Because I'm very respectable and I am very understanding when it comes to women's feelings. So I get it. I understand. What he did is unforgivable in any kind of way. That kind of abuse of what you did to Rihanna, and to see her shine as the person that she is today. If I was a woman, I'd definitely hate on Chris Brown too. Because how dare you? How dare you do this? You know? But let's keep going. Let's finish out the video, because
I don't think that there's ever a time for a man to put his hands on a woman.
Nope.
But mistakes happen, and mistakes happen domestically for a lot of people.
Yep.
And that's not discounting any woman's experience who does watch my channel, because if you're going through that, my heart goes out to you. You feel me?
No doubt.
But at the same time, it's like when it comes to like these domestic situations, nobody ever factors in the age that anybody is, or the mental capacity they had, being their brain is undeveloped, or they just don't have critical thinking skills, or they might just be around the wrong person, or they might be on drugs or alcohol or any other substances that could possibly lead to them making bad decisions, right?
I want to check out the comments.
You know, let's just go through a little bit more of the report in the lawsuit. It says Brown has been directly impacted by this docuseries and it's taken a toll on his reputation, career, and business opportunities. So he's seeking $500 million in damages, which he partly plans to donate to victims, of sexual abuse if awarded. We've reached that they said that they've reached out to Ample and Warner Brothers Discovery for comment, and they got no word back. So I mean, of course, there's never any word back in those situations. But let's go back to what I was just saying about Chris Brown being a young man. In 2014, he was diagnosed with bipolar disorder and post-traumatic stress disorder. So he was diagnosed with, bipolar disorder and PTSD.
I didn't know that.
And if we're looking, like, again, if we're gonna have patience for everybody else in these situations, right? Let's have a bit of patience for somebody who's going through something, accepted their accountability, tried to work from that, and move on, right? So when I'm thinking about Chris Brown, I know everybody, he is a grown-ass man. He's a father. I think he's in his 30s now. I don't know how old he is exactly.
35, 36.
The first time we ever heard about him, he's 16 years old, right? And rose to fame, very quickly, even though he had been working for years as a child trying to get on. Rose to fame really quickly, becomes a superstar, right? Has this bad moment with Rihanna, right? Has this bad moment with Rihanna. Has also had other public spats with exes and all of that, right?
Karuchi.
But again, where's there the opportunity for a person to like move on? So now we get to the lawsuit. or well, not just the lawsuit, but the documentary. Now, I always was curious about like how the rules work when it comes to doing a certain documentary, but I know freedom of speech. People can make money off of freedom of speech, but I know like you know people write books about people or they do these documentaries, and it doesn't have to be sanctioned by the person that they're writing about. There's tons of books that's been written or documentaries that's been done about people without a cosign or a sign off or even any sort of acknowledgement from the person that they're doing it on. But people are able to make these things. Now on one side, I will say that like even though I'm giving Chris Brown some the benefit of the doubt in this case, he has fucked up a lot of times.
Yeah, no doubt.
Like he hasn't made it easy to be a believable person that he's
of course
trying to change his life. I mean, he had this situation with Drake in New York. All them bottles was getting thrown. Yeah. Somebody got hit in their head. You know what I mean? I think there was a lawsuit. I remember that club got shut down. You know what I mean? Because of that situation. He's had other assaults. You know what I mean? On men, right? That he's going to court for. It was one where somebody tried to jump in a picture with some women. There was one allegedly with him and Frank Ocean over a parking spot. It's been all types of shit. So you can look at these things and take into account that while you are saying it wasn't me, a lot of times it looked like it was you. You know what I'm saying? Now, when I haven't watched this documentary.
Me neither.
I didn't really want to watch it, but like not because of me being like some super fan of Chris Brown and no shit like that. I just like I didn't find it interesting for my liking when it comes to documentaries. And seeing something like this now, he's seeking $500 million in damages, and the thing is like it's distributed through Warner Brothers, which is a Fortune 500 company. You know what I'm saying? They have all types of stuff in the entertainment market, music market. I mean, think about the IP that Warner Brothers owns. Tons of it. I mean, this is totally unrelated, but James Gunn is revamping the DCEU, which is owned by Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers owns Mortal Kombat. Like, I'm just talking about the stuff that I like that Warner Brothers owns.
I'm dead.
Right? But, again, if there is, a situation for Chris to stand on, I want to see how this one plays out. Now, of course, you get but how come it's cool for Chris to sue because he's being lied on, but not Drake? That's all I've been seeing on social media.
Yep.
How come Jay-Z can sue, but Drake can't, right? I mean, I'll give you one better. Mariah Carey never sued Eminem for all the stuff he said about her. You know what I'm saying? She got at him in her own way. You know what I'm saying? But I think that like in hip hop, and I see a lot of memes that's coming out. People talking on Twitter saying, "Yo, the culture don't want you to go to court. They want you to sing at them niggas." Like, come on, bro. Like, let's be for real. Context matters, right? This is different than somebody being in a rap battle with somebody. With defamation is the whole bed of a rap battle. Is for me to say the most derogatory or disrespectful things to you, you to say them about me, and we allow the court of public opinion to judge it and crown the winner. That's what happens, and that didn't go in a lot of people's favorite rappers' favor, right? So, when it comes to this Chris Brown suit, I'm curious to see how these lawsuits are gonna go, especially like the Jay-Z, because why Jay-Z could sue? Again, Jay-Z wasn't in a rap battle. He was being sued, right? Like he was being sued for an alleged situation that happened 20-something years ago, which is the woman's own father has recounted and said that never happened. Like, I think I will remember driving from Rochester, which is 6 hours away from New York City, in the middle of the night to come pick up my daughter from the gas station after she had been assaulted, and driving another 6 hours back, which is 12 hours in total. So I just think that like, I know everybody would like to compare everything. It's like people always say, well, why does this person, if this person is convicted for taking somebody's life and this person took somebody's life, but they didn't get, because context matters. Manslaughter and murder aren't the same things. You know what I'm saying? Like involuntary manslaughter. If you're defending yourself and you didn't intend to harm somebody that day, you're gonna get a lesser charge than the person that sat down and conjured up a plan and put that shit together and acted to take somebody's life. That's just how these types of things go. So let me just tell y'all, I think going forward, we are going to see a ridiculous amount of motherfucking lawsuits. That's what's about to happen. We gonna see a whole lot of lawsuits from all types of people. It's not just gonna be artists.
It's lawsuit season.
I think everybody that works in entertainment is thinking about a moment that he or she might have had that says, I wonder if I could get something for I wonder if I might be entitled to some sort of compensation.
Year the lawsuit.
Which is crazy. Other than that, I mean, y'all seen the story about Diddy? You know what I mean? Diddy, you know, Cassie had 9 tapes of freak offs, and they said Diddy's defense team says that the tapes actually look consensual. They said that Cassie looks like she is comfortable with what she's doing, and she's very aware of what she's doing. And of course, it's the defense, so they're gonna say that. But yeah, that it made me wonder, right? Like, RICO is a charge that is put together to get the head of something, but the head person in the situation, but other people in it. Diddy's in a RICO by himself, so I'm just wondering like how that works. But I also believe, you know what I'm saying, regardless, that Diddy probably did, you know, have some situations that upset some people. Now, listen, if you commit a crime and people catch you on that crime, they gonna get you for the crime. But I do believe that possibly the way that they've constructed this suit, along with and listen, we're not gonna discount the you know, the video of Diddy putting his hands and feet on Cassie, the elbows, shoulders, and all of that. But he's not being arrested for that. He wasn't arrested for that, right? So like it's gonna be an interesting year, very interesting year when it comes to entertainment, very interesting year when it comes to legal matters. Of course, we want to see how this Drake UMG thing plays out. You know what I'm saying, everybody wants to see how this Jay-Z thing plays out. You know, and like I said, I think it's gonna be more situations that arise that we never even thought this would happen. Aside from that, I want to talk about this Noah Scurry kid. So Noah Scurry is a 17-year-old basketball player from Philadelphia who over this past week his life was taken. You know what I'm saying? His life was taken.
The fuck happened?
He dropped this diss record on you know, I don't think it was on DSP's or nothing, but he dropped a video, you know what I mean, doing the diss record. He had an alter ego called Joker ATV, I believe.
What?
He would wear a Joker mask, and him and his homies, you know what I mean, they rapping, they all got
what?
Semi-automatic weapons with extended magazines on them. You know what I mean, it's drill stuff. And I want to talk a second about this drill shit, man.
It gotta
drill
go.
Shit has ruined so many lives.
Facts.
You might look at the very few people who have gotten rich off of it. I'm saying this to y'all as a music executive. Yes, there has been artists that have made money doing drill, but it's not as many as you think. Your lifespan can be cut down. I personally know people who have lost their children due to drill culture and drill music. And this kid, while he was, you know, he was had the highest SAT score.
What?
In his school, you know what I'm saying? Well, he placed really high in his school, and he was a star, you know, point guard. It's alleged that, you know, this kid was running around in these streets and taking lives. You know what I'm saying? It's alleged that he was out here taking lives himself. He's alleged to have at least 6.
Yo, we gotta get rid of drill music, bro. New York, get back to it, bro. Y'all got Lola Brooke. Y'all got Scarlett. You got no, Lady London's from Atlanta, I believe. But New York, you have some talented wow. You got some talented people out there, bro. Put them in position. No more of this drill shit, bro. Drill gotta go. Drill gotta go. Most of the people that love drill happy. Yo, listen. Yo, most of the people that love drill are the same individuals that be cheerleading on TikTok. They don't even care for drill no more. They just like how aggressive it is. New York, the boom bap, bro. Go back to the boom bap. You gotta go back. That's where your heart is. That's where your soul is. Go back to the boom bap. It works for y'all, bro. None of this nonsense.
You know, situations where he took people's lives and he was living a double life. And when I seen, you know, that these guys, whoever ran down on him, caught him early in the morning while he was going to school. His mom's was taking him to school. His mom's had to witness that. I can't imagine
That's
how,
insane.
you know,
that's
insane. It is for his mom to find out you know what I mean, that he was allegedly living this double life and, you know, doing things to people. He rapped about specific situations, you know what I mean, where certain things happen.
Bro, you're not King Von, bro.
You know, certain parts of their body. It's just, it's bad, yo. This shit is bad. And for y'all young brothers, for any of y'all that may watch my channel, man, if you're thinking about being an artist and drill is the only skill set that you could get into, second guess that. I would tell you to second guess that
please.
And the reason why I'm telling y'all to second guess that immediately is because if you look at the track record of the artist in the past, you know, 10 years since drill has been a thing, through Chicago, went to New York, you know what I'm saying?
Came from the UK.
I never heard, LA been gang banging forever. They was never smoking on ops, you know what I'm saying? That culture, man, is just detrimental. It's detrimental to the youth.
No, don't even put the word culture in front of drill, because that's not part of the culture. It was never a part of the culture, if we're going to be super honest. But for anybody out there that is interested and has a passion and love for drill, get that out your head, bro. Drill artists that dwell in the drill like genre, none of them make money. Unless you're a TJ, Favi, RIP Pop, but you know, those are the top three at the time when drill was popping. But none of these dudes make money, bruh. Let's be honest. No, even better. Majority of artists out there, new artists, mind you, do not make money. They don't make money. And at the same time, they don't even put in enough work. Look at these drill artists, bruh. They're going to literally make a song, and then, you know what, bruh? They literally make a song, talk about whatever ops they finna smoke on, drop the track, and a war starts. It's like every time a track is dropped, it's almost like a little war is starting. Like, bro, like, y'all would rather spend y'all money on weapons than spend y'all money or invest y'all money on anything else. Like, it's weirdo energy, bro. It's weirdo shit. Swear to God. Like, it's gotten to a point where it's just like, you know what, bro? If y'all can't understand what y'all doing is not making you money and not turning you profit, you're on your own.
Youth, to the black and brown youth specifically, because those are the ones I see doing it. I even see some of the kids from the mountains of Caucasus getting in on this shit.
The man said the mountains of Caucasus.
And it's become a culture thing. It's not, and culture is a way of life. So it's like people are adopting a mindset and a mentality that they never had before, and it's all for negativity. I know a lot of y'all think y'all tough, but you're not going to be, and you don't necessarily got to pass. A lot of y'all not going to be tough when y'all up north and your celly telling you, and you're a grown man, and your celly telling you, you better not pee standing up. You better sit down when you pee. You know what I'm saying? When your celly putting them hands on you in an unfavorable way, not just beating you up, but trying to beat it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that really go down. You know what I'm saying? So for all y'all young brothers and sisters who think that that's the way to go, it's really not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna pray for y'all, for real. I'm gonna pray for y'all, because I can't stand to see, young mothers and fathers losing their children
so
out here
early.
To this mess that they call in a genre. It's
so
not a genre,
early, though.
Man. It's a, I don't even know what to call it, but it's bad. It's bad. I mean, if you want to use the style, but don't use it to diss people. Then you gotta, because a lot of that shit is forcing these kids to be tough guys who ain't. You know what I'm saying? This is I do it myself. I appreciate those that rock with me. You know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually you will. Stay tuned this whole entire week, because by this weekend, I got some announcements for y'all that I think y'all gonna be happy with, because y'all support me so heavily. Peace, y'all.
We appreciate you, Wayno, forever and always. You're one of the individuals that I turn to for news, information about the hip-hop industry. And I just want to give my thanks every time I see your videos, bro. That's all. Chris, good luck. That's all I'm going to say. Defamation cases are not easy to win, but good luck. Drill, gotta go. We gotta get rid of it, bro. There's no point to it no more. It's only doing more evil than doing more good. Gotta get rid of drill, man. There's other genres that are just as good. Just get rid of this nonsense, bro. It's not working. Look, this is single. Hey, lock in, bro. I'm right here. This is single seated reactions only on the Flex Mind Network. Take care, be well, be safe, stay true, be you, live long, and long live. Peace. And like I said, yo, Chris won his rap battle. Why wouldn't he not want to? You know what I'm saying? Like, Drake lost, Chris won. Why y'all comparing, bro? You can't compare winners and losers into the same bracket. Those are two separate brackets. That's why there's a winner circle and then the pit for the losers. Like, come on, bro.